Miami Heat Nation, what is going on? It's your boy Trent back with another video. And in today's video, we got a crazy one. There is a lot of rumors involving our superstar player Jimmy Butler, and it honestly been popping up these last couple days. And it's very interesting to hear. And there's two teams that are engaged talking to the Miami Heat. They want Jimmy Butler on their roster. But before we do start today's video and talk about those two teams, if you guys enjoy Miami Heat content, drop that sub, turn on notifications, comment down. One, it helps my channel grow, and two, we're trying to build the greatest Miami Heat community over here. And for everybody that already supports me, I love you guys so much, and I appreciate y'all. So, the first article that we are going to read is about the Golden State Warriors. Now, the Golden State Warriors have already been linked to Jimmy Butler, so this is no surprise, but it looks like the Golden State Warriors are back once again, and there's even people on like Lock On Heat talking about they have called the Miami Heat to see what's the availability of Jimmy Butler. Now that's very interesting. So it pretty much says the Golden State Warriors are interested in Jimmy Butler per Sam Amick. Jimmy Butler is going to be a free agent next summer. Didn't get an extension done. The Warriors have interest there and probably made a couple calls to Miami this summer. Now, let's just talk about from the Golden State Warriors perspective, and then we can go to the Heat, and then we can go to the next team, right? So it's going to be a good video. Get y'all popcorn, get y'all juice. So look, Golden State Warriors, right? They let go of Klay Thompson, but it looks like they're still trying to stay competitive. Got players like Buddy Hield. They got a lot of young guys over there, and they still have Steph Curry. Steph Curry has already came out to the media and pretty much says he still wants to compete. He still wants to win championships. So as a front office, after you just extended Steph Curry to a huge contract extension, you should want to make your franchise guy, a legend, a Hall of Fame player happy. And this is where it starts. They still need a star player over there to help out Steph Curry. Yes, you got Draymond Green, but he's not that star player type. A player like Jimmy Butler playing with Steph Curry and Jonathan Kuminga can definitely make some interesting things in the Western Conference. And don't forget Buddy Hield. Some people are saying Buddy Hield may be already better than Klay Thompson these last couple years. That's your opinion. That's not mine. So for the Warriors, it makes perfect sense, right? They see that Jimmy Butler didn't get a contract extension. They see that, you know, the Miami Heat are in a weird position where it's just like they can either go from a kind of slow rebuild or contend. That's kind of where the Miami Heat's at, right? And it's all going to dictate before the NBA trade deadline. If the Miami Heat are struggling, I'm sure the Golden State Warriors are going to be calling up Jimmy Butler, his agent, well, the Miami Heat front office, of course, and trying to get that trade done. Now, personally, I've been saying this for a while. I would love a Golden State Warriors offer. And this is only if the Miami Heat are struggling, mind you, right? If they're struggling, I would personally love a Golden State Warriors offer. You know why? Because they can offer us draft picks and they can offer us young players, and that's what we need in return for a player like Jimmy Butler. You're telling me you wouldn't want to take a Moses Moody or Brandon P or possibly Jonathan Kuminga. I don't know what they're going to offer us, but if they can give us 4 to 5 first-round picks, because I'm looking at Mikal Bridges get this, I'm looking at Rudy Gobert, you're telling me Jimmy Butler, who's better than both of those players, can't get that. That's what we need to reload up on. We don't have first-round picks. We don't really have much draft capital. We traded a first-round pick for Terry Rozier. And so if this team's struggling, let's do a favor. Let's make a smart decision. Let's get Jimmy Butler out of here, and let's just grow with the young talent that we already have, including the draft capital, and let's reload in the 2025 or 2026 season when it comes to free agency. We have so much cap space after we let go of Jimmy. And it's simple as that. And what do teams value? They value draft picks. So we can possibly trade those first-round picks maybe for a star player to play with a Bam Adebayo, to possibly still play with Tyler Hero and Khalil Ware. We all know every star player, it seems like, has a great relationship with Bam Adebayo, and they all want to play with Bam. So that's why the Golden State Warriors side interests me a lot. And then obviously for the Golden State side, they still want to contend. They still want to make sure, their franchise guy is happy and still, competing. So Jimmy, Steph, and whoever's over there, and for the Miami Heat, we get draft capital, we free some cap space, and we can make trades later on. We still got the best coach in the NBA. So the Golden State Warriors side makes both sense for both sides, for the Heat and for the Golden State Warriors. So that's the one about this. Now, this other team keeps popping up. And to be honest with you guys, I'm shocked. I have no clue why this team keeps popping up. I really don't. The Brooklyn Nets have been popping up on Jimmy Butler every single day, it seems like. Every single day. Another report came out, Jimmy Butler may be interested in joining the Brooklyn Nets. Then this report came out, Jimmy Butler's interest in the Brooklyn Nets is very real, partly due to a connection with Ben Simmons. Jimmy's Butler interest in the Brooklyn Nets is very, very real. Part of it is New York. Part of it, Bernie Lee, who is Ben Simmons' agent, who is very happy with how his client has been dealt with the Nets. Now, I don't know where the hell did they get this news from. Who the hell, one, wants to play with Ben Simmons? Ben Simmons is probably one of the worst players in the NBA. And why would Jimmy Butler want to play with Ben Simmons if he's never on the court? Even if Ben Simmons was on the court, he ain't going to offer Jimmy Butler nothing. He sucks. So I just don't get that part. Now, maybe the agent part makes sense, and maybe the connections, because Ben Simmons is Bernie Lee's agent too. Well, Bernie Lee is Ben's, yeah, whatever. Y'all get what I'm trying to say. Maybe that makes sense, but why would Jimmy Butler want to go to a fraud organization that hasn't done anything? The Miami Heat are 10 times superior than the Brooklyn Nets. Like, why Jimmy Butler goes to the Brooklyn Nets? He's probably never going to make the playoffs. It's really just simple as that. You think a Jimmy Butler and a Ben Simmons can make the playoffs in the Eastern Conference? The Miami Heat are a 10 times better roster, and we're an 8th seed with a Jimmy Butler, with a Bam Adebayo, with Tyler Hero, with Terry Rozier. Just think about that. So you think a Jimmy Butler and Ben Simmons connection could work? That's just absolutely insane to me. So the Golden State Warriors makes sense. They still want to contend. The Brooklyn Nets does not make sense at all. They're not contending. If they had Mikal Bridges, okay, maybe that makes sense because maybe, you could probably try to get a Mikal Bridges, a Jimmy Butler, a Claxton, a Cam Thomas, and you could try to compete. Because one thing about the Brooklyn Nets is when they want to rebuild, they never rebuild. They still try to find a way to compete. And so maybe this is the way to start competing by getting one star and then another star wants to join New York. We don't know. But those are the two teams that are interested in, in Jimmy Butler. And like I said, they ain't give no contract extension to Jimmy Butler. So until they give Jimmy Butler a contract extension, these rumors, these trade rumors are going to keep popping up. Because when you think about it, this happens to every single player. If you're not paying the player, they're going to become a free agent. And I tell you this, we can't lose Jimmy Butler for nothing. I am tired of that. We need something out of Jimmy Butler. Personally, do I want Jimmy Butler? Yes. But if the time is not right and the team's struggling, let him go. Let him compete elsewhere, and we got to do our slow rebuild. That's all I'm saying. So, Miami Heat fans, let me know in the comment sections, what do you guys think about this? What team would you prefer? Keep him on the Miami Heat, give him that a contract extension. Trade him to the Golden State Warriors, get plenty of draft capital, possibly some young players. Trade him to the Brooklyn Nets, where then maybe you get some draft capital, maybe get some young players, but they don't really got much over there. Or pretty much lose Jimmy Butler in free agency, and that's it. Now we don't get nothing. Let me know what you guys think about this, and if y'all enjoyed today's video, once again, drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out. Brah. Peace.